What if the High Council found out about the Zealots?
As far as I'm concerned, the High Council does know because I'm on it. Should any topics arise regarding the Zealots, I can guide our decisions appropriately. If the others found out, it would be a very tiresome and lengthy conversation. Although lecture is probably the better word. But I hope you're wise enough to keep our house matters private.
Not surprising. House Kadik, I don't know what to think about them. Can they be trusted? I mean, they can't even...
This device is rather imposing looking, no?
It is. And actually, so... Whoa, look at all those textures over there. This is the actual morning device. How have I have I missed that? Overlooked that? Notice it just popped up as if we just discovered it. I see the platform. I don't know. I guess I thought this was already a structure that was here. But House Kadik, I mean, they turn on themselves. So, I don't know. It's a weird situation going on there. All right, we need to return back to Akris. All right, so now that I kind of have a better idea of what's going on here, I've never actually taken a look. I mean, we ran through this or by this, around this.
Our sins must have been considerable for the Great Serpent to subject us to this.
All right. Let's get back up to Akris. That's who we're supposed to talk to next. Hey, buddy.
I pray Rosma and Victor are more forthcoming. Ah, were you able to find Sahima?
We can just straight up... Are you sure this is going to work? Yes, I was able to get Sahima research. We can just give it straight to him. All right, let's do it.
Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves House Vethal. I pray they are cooperative. There's no telling how much time we have. And before I forget, I've been told to inform you that the Council has now granted you access to the armory in the keep. Seems they're pleased with your work.
Oh, nice. Wait a minute. He just gave us something. I know that got awkward. I apologize. I tend to do that all the time. It's not just... Yeah, that got awkward. That got awkward. What did he just give us? New items. Whoa. We have a ton of rounds for this. What are... An unknown ally. Wait. Did we already listen to this? Or read this? Today, Mihail introduced us to our newest weapon against the heretics. They are called the Redeemed. Yes, we did read that. Yes, okay. Yeah, that we looted. And that looks cool. But look at this bad boy. We're going to have to give that a try at some point also.
But research. Perhaps we could have benefited more from it.
Yeah. Research is helpful. Research is helpful. All right, so now we just have the last house. Assist House Vethal. So let's go ahead and do it this way. I think I've been finding this is kind of the easier way to get to this. Vethal is... So if we're up here... Was this one of the first houses I tried to find and I struggled? So there's Harold's Rest. So I think if I come back through here, can we get through this way? Because I know this is all encapsulated here, so I can't do that. So yeah, I think we have to come back through the courtyard, take a right, unless we go, oh, you know what? I think it's back through here. Remember we took the elevator down here, then we came out here. Oh, that does remind me. I do want to go to the keep. Oh, is it? Is it the same location? Well, let's get, I mean, if we can look at weapons and stuff, let's get to this house. All right, we're at the Keep Armory. So, if I'm not mistaken, you turned us away last time. Big mistake. Big mistake.
If you need to kill something, I have what you require. Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor. You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you. I have some impressive firepower on offer.
So, your attitude has changed. I like that. You have my attention. Are your weapons better than elsewhere in Dazra? Well, of course she's going to say yes.
My darling, do you really have to ask? Until now, these weapons have only been authorized for use by military personnel. You have the honor of breaking that convention.
Alrighty then. Attention is yours? Your? We have all the attentions right now.
Of course I do. Now, what are you buying?
Let's see what you have for sale.
Feel free to buy them all. No one else is using them.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I've never heard that before. Oh, what do we have, like, spacesuit wise? Okay. Helmets. Why are you selling ecliptic space helmet? Ooh. And even pirate. Yeah, does that seem a little weird that that's what she's selling? All right, let's say, I mean, we're here for the weapons. Nothing standing out so far or yet. That just looks beastly. All right, here we go. All right, so this is, I think that's literally, we already have one of those. The Star Lash, that seems new. I'm not overwhelmed by her selection of weaponry, I have to admit. It's not over. That just looks cool, but that's not a thing we're going to use. And a suppressed shotgun. I still love that. All right, not overly impressed. Now, I might be able to sell you a thing or two. Do I want to do that? Like, why did I pick this up simply because I could sell this? I think that might have been the case. We're selling that. Anything else? No. All right, that's good. That's good. We'll back on out. All right. So, what was your Volav? So you're not technically a part of the house. Isn't the house here also? It's not in there, that's for sure. Andresia, we went in the wrong direction. Hello, Warden. The command, that just, I mean, that's... Oh, could there be better stuff in that armory? Or is that just everything that she was selling downstairs?
The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Bethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
Sensing some tension. Is it just festering right now, or is it my turn? I think it might be my turn.
If you are not a member of House Bethal, you do not belong here.
I was sent by the High Council to get your cooperation.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this.
Say it. Say it.
My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
I'm the outsider that's going to get your relative back. Don't see how these situations are connected. I mean, I don't think they most likely are not. Sounds like a poor excuse not to help the High Council. Vital matters that could save Dazra. Well, find Varric and bring him back. Well, all right, that just seems... All right, vital matters that could save Dazra.
And who are you to tell me what is vital and what is not?
Vindicator.
You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
I mean, that's fair. You're right, I don't, but I'm here to help, so let me. I walk the path. I understand Anasco, and we've talked to Anasco. Situation will only get worse if you do nothing. No, you expect to be a leader and you're acting like a child. What would your missing son have to do with house politics? Oh, that's his son. Okay.
What would my son, my successor, the heir to House Bethal have to do with house politics?
All right. You already sold
Even
me.
someone with basic political knowledge should realize his importance.
Yeah, you sold. Yep. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. But I'm here to help.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in discretion?
How much are you paying? Demand credits. There you go. You can have all the discretion you want for the right price. Yes, of course. I don't even know what discretion is. I mean, we have been wishy-washy on discretion lately. Have we not? We kind of have been. I mean, Jamal, we ratted out Jamal like quickly, just recently, and then there was something else earlier too. So we've been a little wishy-washy on that. And only for 1,000 credits for our silence. That's it. I don't even know what that is, my friend.
So the council would send an untrustworthy fool to secure my cooperation. The sheer audacity. Without discretion, there is nothing left to say.
Do not be foolish, Victor. The Vindicator's presence here is a gift. Do not confuse providence for coincidence.
Very well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead.
Whoa.
First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
So did Varric leave because the pressure that he puts on him and just doesn't want to deal with it, can't deal with it? Maybe being a little bratty? Or did he leave to prove himself and then got in trouble? Killing Varric for leaving sounds extreme to me. Faux show. Death is the fate of all traitors. Why would Varric leave at a time like this?
Because he let his weakness get the better of him. He sees himself as a prisoner in this life. He runs from a duty that others would spend their lives coveting. He is my son. He does not get to choose. He was born to inherit my title, and he knows the punishment for refusing to honor it.
Okay, and what did Varric do to turn his back on the Great Serpent?
My son denounced the very faith that defines Varun's society.
Whoa.
He dared to blame a Nazgul for the state of Dazra. Dared to call our faith in the Great Serpent blind. It is heresy and punishable by death.
So he's questioning things. And yeah, he just does he want to be his own person type deal? Who's Vashti?
I will not speak of her with an outsider, promised or not. Your focus is solely on Varric.
Well, it might be helpful to know, but yeah, very extreme. Very extreme.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us. I do not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
If it's the law, it's the law. Varric is your son. You could make an exception. So, but this is where, like, he kind of can't, right? Because you can't be playing favorites like that. How does Varric's death relate to power grid access? Excellent question. Why haven't you dealt with this yourself? And what does the Ministry of State have to do with it? Yeah, how are they related?
The shame Varric brought upon this house is immeasurable. It stains the very foundation. I will not act until this house is in order and its members are properly aligned with the Great Serpent.
Okay, and why have you not dealt with this yourself as of yet? Or did this, like, literally happen seconds ago?
I will not have it known that I declared my own son a heretic and allowed him to escape our grasp. This knowledge weakens the Ministry of State's authority, something we cannot risk at this time. This is why my interest turned to a third party. Someone outside of the noble houses, but we have yet to determine someone trustworthy enough.
Standing in front of you. Yeah, until now. There we go. And what does the Ministry of State have to do with it?
Our duty as wardens is to keep the populace tasked and loyal. All must serve, both the Great Serpent and House Varun. No exceptions. Those who refuse must be cleansed to stop the spread of corruption.
Man, it is strict around here. Could make it a step. He's not going to go for this though, but I mean, obviously, because he's already leaning towards cannot make an exception. But I just want to see what he says.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
Whoa.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid.
Well, I don't think we're doing that. There must be another way.
There is no other way. The Ministry of State must uphold order, and you will be expected to serve as we all do. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
Whoa, are we supposed to just go into the Rest, talk to people just hanging out, having a few drinks? As soon as we find some info, we just shank them right there at the bar? I'll see it to any accomplices are executed. Hopefully no one was stupid enough to help him. I use my best discretion when time comes. We already know what the rest is. We'll use our best discretion. So we do know discretion. We do know discretion.
See to it you do. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Okay, so apparently no one's aware that he's gone. And I think he did mention that before already. Luther, Victor, Victoria. Can we talk to you?
Remember, Vindicator, that I would ask you to spare my nephew.
Why is Victor being so unreasonable?
Victor is letting his emotions get the better of him. He was barely processing the shock and grief from losing Vashti. Then came the anger and betrayal from Varric. My brother is a man of pride and great faith. For the first time, I think he does not know what to do. But I am certain Victor does not wish Varric dead.
And I don't think we're not going to do that anyways. Why would Victor send someone to execute Varric if he doesn't want him dead? How do you know Victor doesn't want him dead? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's just that she... All right, how do you know?
Is it not obvious? He has given you the perfect out. The ring. Yes, Varric would be loath to part with it. It belonged to his sister and is all he has left. But to save his life? To save her brother? Vashti would give him her blessing to hand it over if you asked. This is why I ask you to spare him.
Okay, so at first I was thinking Vashti might be Victor's wife, but now I'm thinking it's his daughter, and then their brother sister, Vashti and Varric. So all right, so then the scenario is we get the ring, we bring it back, kind of say that we took him out, but then Varric just leaves and disappears. He doesn't get to come back. Why would he send somebody out there?
As head of the Ministry of State, Victor feels he has no choice. He believes he is trapped by his own faith and duty. If he makes an exception for his son and the truth comes out, people will see it as weakness.
Yeah, we already
They will
discussed
question
that.
the Ministry of State's authority, which means they are questioning him. Something his pride would never risk. On the other hand, going through with it, announcing it to the public, that solidifies the Ministry of State as a force to be both feared and revered.
Okay, we do have more questions.
And I pray I have answers for you.
I do also. I do want to know about Vashti, though.
Vashti was my niece. Victor's daughter. Varric's sister. We lost her to the devastation that took half of our great city. Victor will barely speak of her. I think he cannot reconcile the loss with his faith.
All right, we were already down that line. Can you tell us more about Varric then?
Varric was an obedient child. Quiet. Always absorbed in his studies to please his father. But the two have clashed ever since Varric sacrificed his growth. He found his voice that day, and to Victor's dismay, he wanted no part of being elder.
Oh, interesting. So all right, I was kind of going down that route also of he wants to be his own man, basically. Why doesn't Varric want to be elder?
Varric is conflict averse. Pressure, responsibility, stress. He avoids them like the plague. He wants everyone's approval, and as elder, that is an impossible task. I believe it is why he has fled. He made his final stand against his father, and rather than face the disapproval, he disappears.
All right, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not wanting to be his own man, but just doesn't want to deal with the pressure. What do you think? What do you think changed Varric? Varric sacrificed. Yeah, that was a little odd. What do you think changed Varric?
Victor was too lenient with him when it came to Varric's free time. As strict as he was, he allowed him the freedom to associate with whomever he wanted. I think too much time at the Herald Rest showed Varric a different life is possible, when it's not. Not for him.
Okay, all right, I can see that. So Victor won't let Varric do what he wants because he needs him to lead. I am interested about the growth, though.
All Varun children raise a growth, and when they come of age, they sacrifice it. It is our way of solidifying our connection with the Great Serpent. All must serve, and our dedication to him comes above all else.
Okay, all right. Do we have more questions?
What would you like to know?
I think there was. Do you disagree with the Ministry of State's policies?
As a high-ranking member of the Ministry of State, I fully support the policies. But I also recognize these circumstances are not normal. Exceptions must be made in trying times.
All right, that all makes sense.
Great
So many
Serpent
lives
keep
lost.
you.
Although he doesn't like
Step down to
exceptions.
board another. Get
Luther?
it done.
Thoughts?
I, too, would ask you spare Varric. Victor is in no condition to be making such decisions.
Can't you and Victoria convince him? Can't you convince him to change his mind?
You don't know Victor Bethal. He may be the most stubborn man in Dazra next to Anesko Varun himself, but that doesn't mean we won't try. He adores Varric, and if he died without reconciling their differences, I think it would break him. He never got to say goodbye to Vashti, and he hasn't taken it well.
Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't. In that scenario, you would not have had a chance to do that. Why are you here in the keep? This seems like an odd question to be asking. Oh, is it because he's not a relative? So we're basically asking what his role is?
Whatever happened to Dazra, our home was taken along with it. Victor felt the keep was the most logical place to stay until more long-term plans were able to be made. The Ministry of State oversees military and security, so we already have established offices here.
Okay, I was misunderstanding that. So this is not the house is not inside the keep. They're just here because they're basically kind of at war right now. They're circling the wagon type scenario. All right, I think that's
Serpent guide you.
because I think he's just going to tell us about Vashti. We already know about Vashti. Do you want to talk any more by any chance?
See to your duty.
Why ask for a simple ring as proof of death?
Are you here to help or question my every decision?
Help.
You think I would prefer to see my own son's severed head?
Nope.
The ring is unique. A gift from his sister, and all he has left of her. It will be enough.
Okay, and remember, Victoria thinks that that's kind of an out. If we can just bring back that ring. Oh. Is that all he really wants? Is just the ring? To remember his daughter? Oh, that's interesting. More questions about Varric.
If you feel it will help.
Actually, I think I'm done here. What does Varric have to do with the power grid? We already did that. Why did Varric leave in the first place? Why was Varric like... what was he like before the catastrophe? This is a new question. This would be good.
Varric was devout. Although he lacked an enthusiasm.
Well, all right. That was pretty quick. All right, I think we got what we need.
Harm come to
I think we got what we need
It
from
would
these
only
people.
further devastate this family.
Andrasia, I think we're ready to, look for data pads. Oh, hello. Tavina Vathal. Requires a key.
There's a lot of things missing around Dazra. Supplies, government buildings.
Wait, what was that Has work been challenging since the incident? What's your role here? Where were you in... All right. I don't know this discussion. What's your role here?
I am a member of House Vithal, stationed at the keep. Our job, to make sure everyone is working and committed to the cause. If someone has a crisis of faith, we simply remind them the importance of their role. As the saying goes, all must serve.
All must serve. All right. Has work been challenging since the incident? I'm sure it has. What can you tell us about the keep?
Well, the keep is where the army of Hasvarun has been traditionally armed and trained. To fight and conquer will always be a part of our culture. Even in peacetime, the serpent is coiled and ready to strike.
I kind of like that. I like that a lot. What was that discussion about? I have no idea what this is about. I don't know what this question's about.
Oh, the usual politics. Everyone has an opinion, nobody has a consensus. It's exhausting. The only thing the houses have ever been good at is pointing fingers. Mine's cold and ready. Is yours?
Oh, wow. All right. We'll let you get back to
Remember,
that then.
Chosen. None but the faithful are promised tomorrow.
She's getting ready to point fingers. We don't want to be on the end of that. What we got here? Oh, is it possible we could find Tail 2 Systems? Varric's bunk? That looks pretty cool. All right, I saw origami sculpture. Oh, it's in the back. I only saw the candles. All right, no data pad there. Where do you guys keep?
Great Serpent be at your side.
Do you just go from couch to couch? Working on the AC unit, perhaps? All right, that leads out. Do we want to check out the armory? I think so. Roof, mess hall, armory staff, entrance. I'm always thrown off by elevators that open up behind me. Sorry. Okay. Oh.
My wares have been tried and tested by the brave soldiers of Dazra.
We were right there. We were right there. Okay, so this is all all right, so this is all this is bringing us to. Can we just kind of skip the elevator this time? It's the whole thing with the doors opening behind me. I don't like it. All right, let's get to the rest. Luckily, the rest is not too far away. I mean, we literally just passed it on the way here. What are these barracks for the troops?
I am grateful for the downtime, despite the circumstances.
They are. Oh, could we potentially have a data pad in here? We have credits. We don't need those credits. We're gonna let the hardworking troops hold on to those. All right, bit of a med bay. Oh, we got a data pad. Climbing routes 1 of 6. Potential leads. Climbing diary. A few weeks ago, while I was working near the southern gate, I saw several kids playing around while climbing a small cliff. It got me thinking. There are so many challenging climbs on Varun Kai, I should head out and find some cliffs of my own to climb and author a guide about my experience. Going to talk to my partner tonight about my idea. Hopefully they'll be as excited as I am. I haven't climbed since I was a kid. I can't wait. So are we supposed to go to the southern gate? Several kids playing around while climbing a small cliff. And then follow and find these and then follow? Oh, that could be kind of cool. Is this like a Hansel and Gretel type deal? We're going to find the guy at the end. He didn't make it, right? For sure that's what's going to happen there. Alright, so Southern Gate. We need to try and keep that in mind, which once we get sidetracked, that could be a good luck scenario.
What is it?
But, and especially since it didn't really offer up, hey, you have a new quest here, unless I missed it. Alright. We need to get to the rest, which is, again, it's just right around here. That guy is sweeping like crazy. Alright, now we need to speak to patrons who looks like they might be chatty. That can tell us about Varric. No one, I mean, you could be chatty.
We lost a lot of good people to the vortex. Bar seems much emptier. Quieter.
Oh, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Are you really, though? Are you really? I mean, yeah, busy doing what?
Drinking myself into oblivion. Takes dedication, you know.
I mean, I can't disagree with that, but now I'm gonna question if we should believe anything you tell us. We're looking for Varric.
You and me both. The worst thing that can possibly happen happens. And then he disappears. I mean, come on, we're supposed to be friends.
Sure, he has a good reason. Friends don't let friends drink alone. Good friend doesn't abandon someone in their time of need. What's the word? Well, I mean, the cataclysm. The whole... Come on. Are we really going to ask that question? Friends don't let friends drink alone.
Exactly. You get it. You'd think B would at least be commiserating with me. But I'm suddenly too drunk to deal with.
B? A drink? A nickname?
Some friend she is. All she cares about is Varric.
Oh, we need to find B. She's just processing in her own way. You were just friends by association. Who's B?
Huh? Oh, B's a friend. Or maybe was a friend. Yeah. Me, B, and Varric makes 3. Figured we were friends till the end.
Well, can you tell us where we can find B? Maybe she has a point as far as the alcohol is concerned. All right, she's processing in her own way.
And I guess I am too. I just want Varric to show up so things can get back to normal. Whatever that is.
Well, that would be you, Varric, and B. He must have trusted you with some info.
Did he trust me? I just don't know anymore.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Maybe he dropped some sort of hint in your last conversation.
I want to help, but I really can't think of anything.
Think about it. There must be something.
I wish I could tell you there was.
And friend, wait, let's see. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do that? We only need the 1 point. But I almost feel like we can kind of continue along this route. I like this. No. We don't want him coming with us. He's drunk. That's gonna be disaster. Friends trust friends with information.
Yeah, he told me a lot of things, but none of it seems significant. Wait. I think I remember something now. Tane! He mentioned talking to Tane one day about getting off-world, seeing the settled systems. We never thought he was serious, and even if he wasn't... Tane still might know something.
Just tell me where we can find Tane.
Tane's a regular. I'm sure he'll be by any minute if you just want to take a seat.
Wait for Tane. All right, so we're not looking for B.
The Great Serpent saved Dazra from sin. You will see.
Now we got talk to Tane. You're staring me
I just
down.
miss him. You know?
Are you Tane?
The Great Serpent will
You are
deliver
not.
us from this. I know it.
Tane? Bianca.
What?
Oh, could you be B?
Not looking for company right now.
I'm willing to bet that might be B.
Credit's running low. Ugh, what am I going to do?
Get more? Oh, well now you're staring me down.
Another day in Dawson.
You even waved me over a little bit, buddy.
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that
I'm
showed
this
up
way.
here recently?
I'm this way. Look me in the eyes when you speak to me, friend.
Another one for me, Jenna. It has been a hard day.
Seems it has been one hard day after another for most.
That's me.
Impressive. Since these people really aren't into strangers, especially in times like these. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Nice tattoo, by the way, though. A heretic, then? Nice to see a fellow outsider around here. I know what you mean. How'd you end up here? You're not promised and they speak to you?
I guess when you're part of the supply chain, they make a few exceptions. There's not a lot of people in the import-export business when it comes to Dazra, and they aim to keep it that way. But believe me, it wasn't any short amount of time before they let me roam these streets.
How'd you end up here?
You could say I'm like a specialized delivery service, moving stuff back and forth between Dazra and the settled systems. Just so happens I got a lot of time on my hands since Dazra went to hell and I lost my ship. And let me tell you, I thought things were grim before. Whatever that incident was, this whole planet's gonna need therapy.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Nice to see a fellow outsider, though.
Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
Well, we are the promised. I'm used to having a fan club. What can I say?
Well, glad Dazra didn't disappoint. Something tells me you aren't kidding. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
I heard you know where I can find Varric. Well, I mean, do we know that he really knows where he is, or just an idea? I'd like your help finding Varric, and how well do you know Varric?
I know the name, sure, everybody here does. But the man? Not much. Someone like me doesn't exactly hang out with house bigwigs.
Where? All right. I mean, it's asking the same thing. Heard you know where to find him.
That's so. Well, I guess that depends. Vindicator? Who wants to know?
You're looking at him, an anonymous third party. I do, of course. I'm looking on behalf of House Vathal. Oh, do we want to throw that out there? Because Varric might have told this guy about, like, how unhappy he is with his father and everything, and so we might not want to go that route. I do.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son?
That's how it works out.
And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent. And I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day.
How many credits do you want?
So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
Oh. Your retirement is only 1,000 credits? Deal.
Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
I work alone, hand it over. Good, let's go. Track him. You have a tracker on him? Yeah, that's an excellent question.
You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies.
That was very creepy, and look, especially with that smile. The Highlands, where are the Highlands?
Highlands region is the northwest side of Dazra. Pretty good area if you don't want to be easily found.
Why does this guy remind me a little bit of Jackie? Cyberpunk. You're coming with us?
Yep. When it comes to my stuff, it's like a package deal. I'm not just gonna hand off valuable tech to some stranger.
All right, three's a party. Let's do this.
After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
You will rise as Varro.